Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone else that is listening around the world, this is another episode of Stay Live Forever. And this is your boy, as always, Tay Riso, Johnny Huns. Once again, this is another episode of Stay Live Forever, and this is your boy, once again, Tay Riso, Johnny Huns, your host of the show and of the network through TJH is live network. How's everybody doing today? There's a lot of things that I would like to get into, from guess what month it is, to college basketball before the coronavirus, to XFL games that happened before the coronavirus, to Wendy's making a breakfast lineup, to the Democratic debate that took place yesterday on CNN, that I watched on CNN, and also so rappers use gangster names for hip hop relevancy. And how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's doing great, despite the coronavirus, aka the COVID-19, despite the virus happening and occurring and stuff like that. First thing that I'm just gonna talk about anyway, before anything else. Guess what month it is, y'all? This is the month of madness. This is a month of magnificent things happening. But unfortunately, I would have to call this month the month of mayhem. With the coronavirus occurring, unfortunately, the NCAA had a NCAA to MLS soccer, to MLS, to the Major League Baseball, to the NBA, had to cancel all their games. Now, I mean, I know that the NCAA tournament permanently just canceled their games, but I know that from the NBA to a Major League Soccer to Major League Baseball, they had to cancel all their stuff to the coronavirus will not occur anymore, y'all. And it's hard for me because I was looking forward to March Madness. I was looking very forward to March Madness because so many bets has occurred would occur during that time. So much money is on the line. So much other things would be on the line as well. But unfortunately, that had to happen. But it's for good reason, to protect to the individual from boys and girls, to young men and young women that would have participated in March Madness, and and so many other people that was looking forward to this month. I hope that this is the month of mayhem is because of this coronavirus, and I hope that everybody is staying safe and whatnot. Matter of fact, let me get into before I get into what the coronavirus actually is. I'd like to discuss some games that would have happened. I would like to first discuss in college basketball the Texas Tech game I watched the other day. The key point of the game is that when Baylor needed to, they executed, on the on their free throws, and that was a very, very major thing. Excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm trying to sort out a certain thing so I can make sure I know what I'm doing here. Know what I'm talking about here as well, trying to make sure that I got everything together. Texas Tech, excuse me. Baylor ended up winning that game. Let me see here. 71 to 68. It's because of their free throw shooting at the end in overtime. They executed a free throw shooting very efficiently through overtime, y'all. So, and I know was one of those top that would have been a top seed in the NCAA tournament. Also, I want to talk about Utah State versus New Mexico. New Mexico lost, unfortunately, 75 to 70 over Utah State, which eventually won the Mountain West Conference Championship for beating San Diego State. And they definitely would have been in the tournament as well, y'all. Also other games that I watched, Michigan won over Ohio State thanks to Cassius Winston and Rocket Ohio State 80-69. Illinois it was versus Iowa. That was a very intense game to the point where a few players had to get flagrant fouls. Over Iowa 78-74 thanks to the help of Feliz and Nicholas. Feliz had 14 points. Cockham had 12 points, and Nicholas had 10 points. They were the driving force to Illinois being Iowa. And Maryland, also the game that I've seen, Maryland versus Michigan. Thanks to the help of Anthony Coward Jr., which he scored 20 points and had 8 boards, and Maryland, and also Jalen Smith with 11 boards, 11 shows you that doesn't watch basketball. Unfortunately, Maryland lost 83-70 over Michigan, and they were also one of the top seeds heading into when before NCAA was canceled, y'all. And they also share a crown of the Big Ten championship, along with Michigan State as well. So it's just unfortunate that and I even get to the fortunate part of the situation. Illinois was going to earn a 4th seed in the Big Ten Conference tournament and receive a 2-week bye. But unfortunately, due to the coronavirus occurred, we wouldn't know what happened within the conference tournament championship to the NCAA tournament. A lot of things would have shifted back and forth. Now, I want to talk about the XFL games before the coronavirus occurred, y'all. First, I want to talk about the New York Guardians winning over Dallas Renegades, 30-12. Oh, now, I'm sorry, y'all. Like I said, I had to move my stuff around. As I was saying about the XFL games, the first game that I've seen was the New York Guardians winning over the Dallas Renegades 30-12, y'all. I think that the key of the game was Luis Perez, how he was able to manage the offense just towards the victory. And I remember Perez. I remember him from the AAF before they shut down, and how efficient he was. So I'm not surprised that Luis Perez was able to be the key player of the game, because he was able to control the offense for them to have the victory. Now, let me see here. Now, I want to talk about the second game that I seen between the St. Louis Battlehawks and the DC Defenders. Now, the DC Defenders won the game 2-6, led by Tyree Jackson. Tyree Jackson. Due to it, because I remember him from playing at UB. Some of his highlights from UB, and he was very impressive. He was able to do his thing on the defense of the Battlehawks of St. Louis. Like I said, he was able to control it. You for those in Buffalo that remember him, he was the starting quarterback for the UB Bulls in college. He was doing his thing during the game. I've seen only a little bit of that game, but he was doing it a little bit during the game, y'all. And he was the key player of the game to me because he was able to in key possessions, he was able to lead not only lead his team to first downs, he was able to lead them towards victory. So yeah, I'll give him the nod for the key player. The third player the third game that I'm going to talk to you guys about is the LA Wildcats versus the Tampa Bay Vipers. As they won 41-34. The key moment of the game is that the LA Wildcats defense, even though yes they were sluggish during the times of the game, but they were able when it's all said. Wildcats defense that led to by the coach was led by the coach that had to take over the defensive play calling for Papa Johnson's, which he has fired after week one of the XFL game. After week one loss of the XFL game is due to the fact that it was like execution on Papa Johnson's part. But the coach, which is a defensive minded coach, y'all, was able to do it with not just with the defense, but with the whole thing, y'all. It was epic. It was Wildcats needed to execute, and they did what they supposed to have done. So as they which they have won 41-34, y'all. And it was a great game. It was a wonderful game, y'all. Like I said, let me move around my house for a little bit, y'all. Just for a little bit. Get my stuff together. Now the fourth thing that I would like to discuss with y'all about is should rappers, right, use gangster names just for hip hop / rap relevancy? The reason why I have talked about the reason why I wanted to talk about that is I would say about a month or two ago I was watching Drink and shout out to Drink Champs, y'all. That is led by Noriega and DJ EFN. They interviewed Freeway Rick Ross. Once again, they interviewed, and I know that was an exclusive interview. Freeway Rick Ross, and he also basically what they were talking about was like thank you guys once again for staying with me. I know that due to the internet connection, I do apologize for any inconvenience whatsoever, y'all. Like I said, the fourth topic that I was trying to get at was should rappers use gangster names just for hip hop / rap relevancy. My thing is that when I was watching the Drink Champs as they interviewed the gangster Freeway Rick Ross, that's what made me discuss that. And my opinion is that yes, if rappers is going to do that, you ought to always pay homage to the gangsters as you're using their names and using their reputation and using their storyline. It's always rep that. And as Rick Ross, as Freeway Rick Ross, as explained about how Rick Ross got onto the phone with him and was talking about like how much respect he has for him and stuff like that. But it was just unfortunate of the offense that the rapper Rick Ross was going through and stuff like that. But Freeway Rick Ross was like, yo man, look, Just pay respect to my name. Pay respect to my name. And also, they talked about Griselda, the rap group, as well. The actual family of Griselda was talking about the what the member that was actually a part of the family, and respect. Pay your dues. Pay your dues towards that family that actually help you to develop that idea and everything like that. And I like what Noriega said. I'm not here to critique nobody. I know that that's their own show and stuff like that. I like the fact that Noriega was like, "Yo, pay homage." That's what I did. That's what Noriega said. What Noriega said was basically, I pay homage towards the family of the actual real Noriega, and that's why I like the fact that Noriega said that, or to pay respect and pay your dues to the gangsters that you wanted to use their name. Respect that. To somebody, respect everything, not just their name, but everything that they have done, everything that know their history, not just know a little bit of their history, know all your research, know all their history, so you can have a better understanding of things, so you have a better way with having the understanding of, yo, gotta pay homage, gotta pay dues, pay your respects towards them. Okay, that's all I gotta say about that, y'all. And also, so the fifth, let me see here. The fifth topic that I would like to discuss is Wendy's, y'all. You know, guys, ladies and gentlemen, you know that Wendy's, excuse me, I'm going to the house, make sure I got some type of reception over here. Wendy's, what they did was, now they're best known for hamburgers and which is slamming, y'all. You already know, which is slamming, y'all. Their burgers is so slamming. You already know, man. They known for their freshness, and they known for serving the fresh food and stuff like that. And goodness, what do you? Did anybody try the Wendy's coffee or the Wegmans breakfast sandwiches? If so, just let me know, man. I think that it's gonna come out good. I didn't out yet, but I would like the opportunity one day to go to Wegmans and excuse me, I'm sorry, not talking about Wendy's. Wendy's, the fast food restaurant, y'all. I do apologize for that. I would like the excuse me, I'm just getting some stuff from the house. I know I should have been more prepared, y'all. But what I was trying to say is that Wendy's, right? As I was trying to say, is that Wendy's, right? They coming out with their own coffee. Now they coming out with their own breakfast sandwiches. Did anybody try it yet? I haven't tried it yet, and I would like to personally, I'll try that. Get some time to try that whenever I get a chance. You know, your boy over here, you know, saying stay busy and stuff like that. So, I don't know, what are y'all thoughts about that? You know, did anybody even try out their breakfast sandwich, the Wendy's breakfast sandwiches or their coffee yet? It's the reason why I think that Wegmans, why I keep saying Wegmans? I'm sorry, y'all. Oh my gosh, Wendy's is doing that. It's just for competition purposes. You already know. They're trying to up their money. They're trying to be top of the food chain when it comes down to fast food restaurants, y'all. And you don't blame them, because Wendy's restaurant, fast food restaurant, you already know, they known for a very, very long time. So I would love to try their breakfast sandwiches and their coffee, even though I'm not personally a coffee drinker, but I would like to try that stuff out. So let me know, y'all, what y'all think about that, man. I'm just going hopefully soon I can just go ahead and go over there to Wegmans to get me a breakfast sandwich, or the Wegmans, Wendy's coffee, or a combination of both, y'all. So let me know what's going on. Comment below, man. And also, like I also say in previous episodes, and this is going to be on YouTube as well, y'all. So just watch out for that, my video on YouTube as well. Okay. Now, what I would really like, the to the nitty gritty of things. Let's talk about this coronavirus, y'all. Let's talk about this coronavirus, which is also known as COVID-19. Now, this disease is a disease that spreads quickly through your body, coming in contact with others. Now, this is also a disease that is more that could be I'm not too sure yet, but that could be more lethal than the common flu and the common cold. And also, this disease will affect your respiratory functions within your body. And also, unfortunately, the birthplace of this virus happened in China. Then it spread it through New York City and Buffalo to South Korea and the rest of the world. Now, my question is, how is this disease affecting people, events, and businesses? Now, excuse me, y'all. This disease is affecting people, events, and businesses by now businesses from everywhere from New York City to Buffalo to everywhere else that you can imagine. They are shutting down restaurants. They are shutting down bars, and these restaurants and bars are allowed to do takeout. They're not allowed to do anything else. I know according to, it's a lot of things that's going on, y'all. Y'all stay informed with the news. It's epic and stuff like that. All I got to say is, there's so many steps to, preventing yourself from having this, the COVID-19 disease, is that wash your hands thoroughly, have plenty of hand sanitizer. If you're going to stay in contact with somebody, make sure you stay within a certain distance from them. Wear protective masks at all times. I seen a clip on YouTube that's a very effective mask, better than the regular ones. And I would like to purchase that as well. Just be aware of what's going on, y'all. Just be aware of what's going on. And shout out to my viewers. Shout out to my subscribers as well. You guys need to be informed about this, and whatnot. So if you guys need to look up about the coronavirus, make sure that you do your research. Not just do some of your research, do all your research, y'all. Do all your research, y'all. And all right. And the very last thing I'd like to talk about is the Democratic debate that took place yesterday. They were airing on CNN, y'all. It was the debate between Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden. It was intense. Basically, what my views was is that it was a very intense debate, despite them having the same views about excuse me, how Donald Trump needs to take more responsibility and not be nonchalant about it. Because this virus, as they was talking about during the Democratic debate, this is a serious thing. And action needs to be taking place. That's what I got out of it. And also, what I got out of it is that Bernie Sanders kept talking about the Medicare for all. Yes, everybody needs some type of Medicare, some type of protection, so some type of way to protect themselves medically. But Joe Biden kept saying, how exactly is it going to be done? How exactly is it going to be done? Because Joe Biden was basically saying, how you going to get the resources for money and other resources besides getting the top scientists? Get everybody involved in this. Everybody needs to be involved in this. If you can have a helping hand, there's something needs to be done about this. And I know that, before I get back into the Democratic debate, what I heard is that the National Guard had to go up to New Rochelle, New York, to help out with further spreading the disease and trying to find a way to eliminate this. This is a big topic to the point where, like I told you, y'all, is that restaurants and bars are now shutting down. They are all, I guess they are only, I know from New York City standpoint, I don't know about everywhere else in the country, but I know as far as New York City, which was breaking news according to CNN, they're shutting down the local restaurants. They're shutting down bars, and people are only allowed to do some type of takeout. Now, all I said is what, use precaution, y'all. Use precaution. Use a lot of precaution when it comes down to this disease. And unfortunately, there were several people that passed away. And shout out and my condolences to the family and friends of those your loved ones that died. And this is an unfortunate situation. And also, when I watched a little clip on on the YouTube through First Take, Stephen A. Smith was mentioned about a player by the name of Ryan Gobert of the descendant of Utah Jazz, letting them know, like, yo, and Max Kellerman as well. And shout out to, by the way, by keeping us informative in a way outside of sports. It's not a game. This is not a game. This is not a joke. There's people that lives are being taken by this. And people need to start taking it more seriously. And I like the fact that I didn't read all of it, but Ryan Gobert, not only did he apologize, he's willing and able to take action for himself, not just for himself, but he's willing to take action to see what he can do to help out. I think Kevin Love is helping out Cleveland since he's playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers as well. And so many others, from NFL stars to from NBA stars to so many other people that's willing to help. And unfortunately, Ryan Gobert has the disease, as well as Donovan Mitchell, that plays for the same team as Ryan Gobert. And another player from Detroit, another NBA player from Detroit got caught with the disease as well. I forgot his name offhand. I do apologize for that, y'all. I need to go ahead and do some more research about that. But this is a very serious thing, y'all. This is a very, very serious thing, and I hope everybody is taking the taking precaution as to what's going on, y'all. And back to the debate. It was so many things that they talked about, from the coronavirus to a majority of the votes that Senator Bernie Sanders is getting, and Joe Biden is guaranteeing. And basically, what the panel of CNN was asking them, how would you convince the minorities that you got your majority to vote from? I think that they asked Joe Biden about how would he get the Latin America's Latinos, the Latin American people, to swing their way, and how would Bernie Sanders get the majority of the vote from other people as well. And it was, like I said, it was a kind of intense event, intense debate, as Bernie Sanders kept finding ways to attack Biden, but Joe Biden was able to let them know, listen, I know what I'm talking about. That didn't happen. Let him keeping the record straight. When it comes down to debates, yeah, you got to be, you make sure your story is straight. Make sure your record is straight. Keep it on record and everything like that. Was trying to find a way. Bernie Sanders was trying to find a way to get Joe Biden off guard. Yes, maybe he reacted to it. Yeah, it was a reason for him to react to it. But you know what? Joe Biden he maintained his composure. He maintained his self-dignity by finding a way to rebuttal towards Bernie Sanders, y'all. And there were so many questions that was asked during the debate, as the CNN panel was able to ask those questions as well. I know that right now, if you there are a lot of key states that Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders is fighting for towards being the minority Democratic leader of that. But like I said, y'all, tell me what's your thoughts on. What do y'all think? And shout out to all my viewers, man. Shout out to all my viewers that's watching right now on Facebook. And also, like I said, this recap of this episode will also be on YouTube as well. So stay tuned, y'all. Like I said, y'all, this is another episode of Stay Live Forever. Like I said, stay live forever. And this is your host, Riso, Johnny Hunt, over and out, y'all. Peace and be safe out here, especially when we got the disease going on out here. Like I said, you can check me also on YouTube as well, on my YouTube channel, Riso, Johnny Hunt. All right, y'all. Until next time, thank y'all very much. Peace. One love. One love. One love, y'all. One love.